Welcome back to The Express at Poco's Leigh Square for the F Word, exploring feminism in the 21st century. It uses paintings, installations, quilt work. It also weaves in some interesting facts about equality. Now, I will say I'm happy to see how far women have come in the world of broadcasting. And we've got an up-and-comer with our next story. It features our latest BCIT intern from the broadcast program, Brittany. I'd say she got a pretty sweet gig for her first Express story, a chance to sip some of the world's best wines at last week's Playhouse Wine Festival.
So I'd love you to try the Cab Franc now.
The winemakers are ready and the bottles uncorked here in the tasting room of the Vancouver Playhouse International Wine Festival.
It's great that Vancouver can bring in wineries from all over the world. People here love wine, so they're exposed to all kinds of wines, and the more that people get used to drinking all kinds of wines from around the world, the more they get turned on to wine.
This is our Cabernet Franc, 2008.
There are nearly 200 winemakers here, and I talked to a few about their favorite picks.
Cabernet Franc is something that Poplar Grove is famous for. Cabernet Franc is a grape that grows very well in the Okanagan.
Cabernet is the feature wine at this year's festival, and Cabernet Franc seems to be a BC favorite.
Quite a few years ago, nobody knew what it was, and now it's one of our hottest selling wines. It's really great to be able to pour at a festival that's featuring Cabernets as well, and to show people why Cabernet Franc is a really unique varietal in the world, and why I think BC does it really well.
These winemakers share not only a love of wine, but also a love of interacting with consumers.
It's fun to be able to talk one-on-one to understand what they like, what they don't like, and to answer questions about wine. This is from Santa Barbara, Monterey, Mendocino, with a little bit of Napa and Sonoma. Wine is such a wonderful thing, and you bring great wine together with great people, as we're doing here. Throw a little food in there, what more could you ask for? Here we have two different Chardonnays. This is our Vintners Reserve Chardonnay. This is, again, is the wine I was talking about. It's the #1 selling wine in America.
With representatives from over 15 different countries, Vancouver's Wine Festival has truly become world-renowned. The tasting room is the perfect place to sip, chat, and discover a new favorite.
And then take a little sip, just a little sip.
In Vancouver, Brittany DeAngelis for The Express.
To get on their online mailing list for next year, the website is playhousewinefest.com. 2012 was another banner year with a record number of attendees and almost every event sold out. Whew, after all that socializing, you feel like you want to slow things down a bit? Well, we're joining the Wedding Bells at the Scandinave Spa in Whistler.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day.
Thank you.
We stayed at the Chateau Whistler Fairmont while researching unique stag and stagette ideas.
So Aubrey's ancestors are Vikings.
Yep, tough Nordic people who historically used saunas and a jump in the snow to cleanse and rejuvenate. Scandinave Spa provides exactly this.
Anik Aird explained.
Hydrotherapy is where you take the advantage of different water temperature to warm up your body and release the toxin by opening the pores, and then you quickly cool the pores through a dip in cold water, and then you relax. The Scandinave is actually welcoming many stagettes and stags. People need to relax and let go before the big event, and this is where they come.
And for all the single ladies,
it's 50% men, 50% women.
I started with a specialty Scandinavian Swedish massage.
Oh, those Swedish make such good, cheap furniture and safe, reliable cars and really good massages.
Our little Viking headed straight for the hot baths. And while I started my hot cycle, Aubrey was being too loud. Surprise, surprise.
Then time for our first cold cycle. You gotta move fast.
Aubrey's Viking blood was showing.
We're tough.
Not that tough.
Next up, relaxation.
Sarah, I think you just need to dunk under. It's part of the experience. You go hot, then you go cold. You go hot, then you go cold. Then you go hot, then you go quiet. No talking.
There's no way silence is part of her ancestry.
You have to be quiet here. There's a no talking policy.
Finally, Aubrey's quiet. Ah, heaven.
Time for round 2. Sometimes censorship's a good thing. Ah, what a wimp. back to the silence.
What are you thinking about when you're not talking? If you're sitting there thinking, don't you have a thought and then you want to say it?
No, Aubrey, because we don't all have to say our thoughts.
What are you reading?
Oh my God! And then magic, a sleeping Aubrey. I, on the other hand, hydrotherapy had calmed this restless Viking soul, and this English rose felt like a queen.
Anique said it best.
We've built right in the heart of nature, and then you get to experience relaxation, enjoying the scenery and letting nature feed you.
Scandinave Spa is perfect for a stag or stagette before or after the big night.
And that night, we enjoyed the Fairmont fire pits, and then for Shaw TV, where are the wedding bells?
The Wedding Bells will continue to air on the Express, but you can also watch for their half-hour show, 3:30 Wednesdays, right here on Shaw TV. Now, you are watching the Express, and up next, we're going to get your heart rate up, and then we're going to show you how to keep it up.
Right. Like a day at the spa.
The Fits List, facing fears with humor and help.
You want to fuel before, during, and after.
Power snacking for a faster, fitter you. The Express, we are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Welcome back to the Express at Poco's Leigh Square Community Arts Village for the F Word. This exhibit explores the status and meaning of feminism from local artists who come from different ages and different cultural backgrounds. Now, right now on the Express, it's a woman I'm proud to say I have lots in common with. We're joining host Nicole Fitzgerald in Whistler Village.
We've got a ton of new snow here in Whistler, and more is expected overnight. So it's the perfect time of year to check out the views at the Whistler Bungee Bridge, which is both awesome and alarming.
One part hikers, one part high heels. I'm a mountain girl, always looking for the next adventure. This is where dreams are made. Dreams that are meant to be shared. From peak to valley, from snow to sun. I'm Nicole Fitzgerald, and this is the Fits List. Doing everything you've ever wanted to do.
Hi, Matt.
Welcome to Whistler Bungee.
For 10 years, I've avoided this moment. Skydiving, paragliding, landing a plane, been there, done it. Now jumping off the Whistler Bungee Bridge, not my idea of a good time.
I had nightmares last night.
When you got your toes on the edge and you're ready to jump, it's going to freak you out, but you got to remember how safe everything is, and you just have to take the leap.
And not in the metaphorical sense, so I called in reinforcement. Meet Pete Crutchfield, a para-alpine sit-skier, comedian, and most importantly, not a gentleman who's going to insist on ladies first.
Are you the kind of guy that would push a girl off a bridge?
Absolutely. Without even hesitating.
Just the man for the job. Pete has jumped 6 or 7 times. He's lost count.
You don't even break out the duct tape anymore. First time we did it, no one had done it before, so yeah, we wrapped me in duct tape. It was hilarious.
Normally, Pete jumps on what he calls Indie Day. Indie as in I'm not dead yet day. 16 years ago, he broke his neck skiing on Whistler Mountain. Every year, he lets the mountains know they haven't licked him yet.
So I go do something like bungee jumping or skydiving or helicopter skiing if I'm lucky. And yeah, just that happens every year on April 21st. It's my first time doing it in the winter.
Snow-covered trees and mountaintops, the glacier-fed Cheakamus River below. I refuse to look down, despite knowing this bridge comes with a clean bill of health, with more than 100,000 jumps over the past 10 years.
We have a perfect safety record. We've had no major accidents here. It's extremely safe, and yeah, we're very proud of that.
I thought hoisting Pete over the rail, wheelchair and all, would improve my confidence. Can we get a replay on that? Look at his expression. Not a care in the world.
That was insane. I thought this was going to make me feel better, but I'm actually more nervous now. Oh, man. You're not going to plunge me in the river, are you?
I'll try not to.
Try.
It was my turn. Instead of an old school ankle jump, I opted for the chest and waist harness setup.
You get better rebounds. You probably launch about 15, 20 feet higher on your bounces. Enjoy it.
Is this supposed to be fun?
It's supposed to be a lot of fun.
Is this supposed to be fun?
Relaxing almost.
All right.
Like a day at the spa.
This is not a day at the spa. This is definitely not a day at the spa.
Not even close. But no skill is required. Only gravity and nerves of steel come into play.
I don't know, Pete's kind of keeping me distracted.
Everybody has fear, right?
Over here.
The more you deal with it, the more practice you get, the easier it is to work with.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so I'm going to put my hands in a beat.
And with those words, my fingers were torn off the bars, and I leapt like an astronaut into space.
How was that?
That was incredible. That was amazing. Awesome. Look at my hands. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. That has been 10 years too long waiting to do that.
One fear conquered, I suddenly wanted to line up more. With Pete, of course, only too happy to nudge me along.
Oh, Pete, you were right.
From Whistler, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for Shaw TV.
What are we going to do next?
Bobsleigh.
Bobsleigh it is.
Terrifying and thrilling. Oh my goodness. And you know that you can throw the people you care about off a bridge too. Yeah, just visit whistlerbungee.com for details. Now I will say that me training for the Sunrun 10K, a little anticlimactic after that, right? But it has given me a new appreciation for my Google Calendar because you have to fit in the Sunrun training clinic once a week, plus you run homework, plus work, dance, and play, and keep your energy up at the same time. So here's some tips on feeding the beast. You gotta keep up your energy when you're running, and that means proper fuel. But there's gotta be something better than this. It's kind of messing with my gait. So for fueling for your run, you wanna fuel before, during, and after. Before you run, you wanna have something light, a banana or a piece of toast with peanut butter on it. Nice fanny pack here.
It's perfect for your long distance runs. You're gonna be able to put about half a liter water in there.
It's better than how I usually carry my water. So you want to make sure you have something 15 to 30 minutes after your run, something quick and easy. A non-fat latte or piece of fruit is perfect. So 1 week it was a post-run hot chocolate. This week a post-run latte. I think I'm actually starting to like running.
Awesome.
The Vancouver Sunrun and the Shaw Mini Sunrun are on April the 15th. SMC's Mona Mansour will be on site that day. It's a pretty huge party around that Shaw Mini Sunrun. She'll be with our Shaw crew, so make sure you give them a wave and say hi. And for other events that are happening around the community, we've got today's Spotlight.
The Coastal First Nations Dance Festival celebrates the spirit and culture of the Indigenous peoples of the Northwest Coast. This annual event gathers a diverse array of internationally celebrated Aboriginal performance groups. The Vancouver Metropolitan Orchestra presents Musical Awakenings, a spring concert held at the Michael J. Fox Theatre featuring 18-year-old pianist Hannah Han. The Shaw Mini Sunrun is a 2.5K course perfect for kids and those who prefer a shorter course. You can show your kids fitness is fun and enjoy the Shaw Kids Zone, which includes bouncy inflatables, clowns, tattoo artists, and mascots.
Also here at POCO's Leigh Square Community Arts Village, the F Word, exploring feminism in the 21st century. It runs until April the 2nd. We're going to leave you with a whirlwind visual tour. Thanks for watching The Express, only on Shaw TV.